switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the rest, watch out flash. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. I see the risk, I see the risk, I see the risk, I see the risk, I see the risk.
Ever since I blew, they out on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Right there, 56.
I got him.
Check 15, check 15.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. This is Grant. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Two times. Hey.
They'll run for the first time with a former Buckeye, Mike Weber. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Topper!
Watch the shot!
Go!
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Double time! Everyone's got 4 down. Watch twins!
Let's go.
On first down, Grant. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Check 43!
5.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Hey, box drop. 6-6, pull it high.
To throw on 3rd down, Costello. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Grant. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drop.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive line.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strong left. Strong left. I got one.
61. Matchbox lights. They go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Hurry.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Grant. And some space here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant. Touchdown number 15 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Sanders on for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Greystone travel.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Joker, 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 Joker.
Big ripper, big ripper.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I'm going to hit you.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready, ready.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here comes Grant on the return. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This thing is a loss. We take a win.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They're not ready for this, man.
General West. Hey, Echo.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here's the 2nd and 7. We're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Go!
56, Mike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
49, check 49, check 49.
Look at me, zipper! Go!
Come on, boys, 56, check 56. Hey! 56 to Mike.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. You're out! Let go!
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4.
Chiefs 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff working right, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go! 18 Gator!
1st and 10.
Get it!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
60 outlaw.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Rush in now.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Drop deep. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Hit it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Let's go,
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
keep playing hard.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Going to throw right side here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 90, Wolf. Topper.
52, Mike 52. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Hey, seam 6.
You better bring it. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Stay with your man. Mike 52.
Go.
You got nothing.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Herbert going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Chiefs 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on,
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 52.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back. Shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Deep grip.
Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Check 24.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. pass. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now!
Go get him!
Ready?
Here's Grant. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ready up.
Blue down. Man left.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch 85, ball's on 85.
And up.
Off play action. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Weber. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, look.
80 weapon. Hey.
They'll run again here with Weber. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Check the backer.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7.
You got tape.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check three.
Yep. Big rip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Greystone travel.
Hey, Mike
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This is taken at his 4. And some room to work. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, it's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10. They go back to Grant, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
That's what I do.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Fire!
They'll run it with Williams. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hey, Delta!
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Cover for you.
Hey!
Go. 10's the Mike.
Now they try the right side here. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Williams. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 10th. Touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They will run with Grant. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, Costello, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bud Dupree. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
4. Set. 8, read.
Tackles.
Bravo.
10's the mic. 10's the mic. 6 man. Check curls. Check curls. Check curls.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Parker unable to get that one. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at